As we again witness war and conflict in the world, the question is, how does or should international law limit the devastation, casualties and destruction of war? This is achieved, it is hoped, with respect for international humanitarian law, also known as the laws of war. International humanitarian law is part of international law, which provides for a set of values and rules which seek for humanitarian reasons to limit the effects of armed conflict by all parties involved. International humanitarian law, sourced mainly from the Geneva Conventions, attempt to strike a careful balance between humanitarian concerns and the military requirements of all states and fighting groups involved in the conflict. International humanitarian law covers two specific areas. The first area is to protect those who are not or no longer taking part in fighting, such as civilians, medical and religious military personnel, those who have ceased to take part in the conflict, such as the wounded, shipwrecked, sick combatants, prisoners of war, an enemy who surrenders or is unable to fight, and medical personnel from hospital staff and to those who drive ambulances. The second area international humanitarian law covers is rules to restrict the means of warfare, in particular weapons and the methods of warfare, which A, fail to discriminate between those taking part in the fighting and those such as civilians who are not, the purpose being to protect the civilian population, individual civilians and civilian property. B, cause superfluous injury or unnecessary suffering, and C, cause severe or long-term damage to the environment. Therefore, international humanitarian law bans the use of many weapons, including exploding bullets, chemical and biological weapons, blinding laser weapons, and anti-personnel mines. To those in the eye of war, international humanitarian law advises them to place clearly recognizable symbols which can be used to identify protected people, places, and objects, e.g., by using the main emblems of the Red Cross or the Red Crescent and the symbols identifying cultural property and civil defence facilities. Moreover, international humanitarian law obliges all parties engaged in war to teach these laws to their armed forces and the general public, to prevent violations and punish them if these occur, and to know serious violations of international humanitarian law are to be regarded as serious war crimes. Thank you for watching. Follow, like and share, and keep safe.